Hello, friends. So I'm here with one of my clients, Gini, who unfortunately got pregnant during the program. How dare you, Gini? How dare you? I'm just kidding. But we already agreed that the baby's name is going to be a hotel fit, so we're very happy with this. And I need to sort out the tech here. All right, let's dive in. And friends, every time I have this type of interview, usually it's the same old narrative. It's someone that loses a considerable amount of weight. Gini's story will be a little bit more interesting, as it is a little bit unconventional from what you guys are used to. So Gini, thank you so much for joining me today. Before we get started, would you please go ahead and introduce yourself? How old are you? What do you do? Your mother's name, your blood type, everything. Go ahead.
Hi, everybody. My name is Gini. I'm 28 years old. I live in Switzerland, in the French part in Geneva. And I'm very happy to share my journey with you guys. I'm not in the hotel industry, but I am in the banking industry that is as busy as your industry, guys. But yeah. Let's start with the questions.
Awesome. Thank you, Gini. Let's rewind back to before you started in the program. I think that was November or something. What was going on with your life? What was happening? What were you struggling with?
So I was struggling with a lot of food issues. Let's call it disorder, but I was like, I knew that I knew a lot of stuff, but I didn't know how to handle that in my busy life and how to schedule meals, how to organize myself, and like where to put limits, where to put rules. And so I really needed like something that helped me out during this journey, guided me during this journey. And at this point, maybe I can add that I have very good friend, Nicole, that is in the program with Leo. And so I see her on a regular basis. And suddenly she was like, oh, like very nice things she's done with her body. And I'm like, what did you do? What happened to you? You look so with a lot of energy and you look so nice and you lost some weight. What happened? And then she told me about Leo and his program. And that's fantastic. Where everything started.
Awesome. It's worth to mention your Italian background. With an Italian background, you obviously love food and all those things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. It's that. And my family loves food as well. So I had no choice.
Yeah, your grandma is a bad influence.
Mm-hmm.
Gini, was there a moment where you realized you needed help, or was like just looking at Nicole and seeing her progress, you just thought, okay, I want a little bit of that too?
Yeah, it was definitely that. And I was looking for a solution quite some time and didn't found. I tried a lot of stuff, a lot of different nutritions and lifestyles actually, and I wanted really to change something. And then I looked at her, I spoke to her, and she said, yes, I'm doing this program, maybe I can tell you more.
Excellent. What was your first, like, what were your first weeks in the program like? What was your experience like?
I was really excited about it. I couldn't like wait for the next step and the next phase and the next floor, how you call this. So I was really excited about this, and I really like tried to put all the things that I knew, all the rules that I knew, all the bad experiences that I did before. I just put that behind everything on my mind, and I'm like, okay, let's focus on this. Let's try this. I was fully committed.
Yeah, we kind of had to reset your brain about like all the things that you had tried before and some of the limiting beliefs. And I'm actually recalling that one of the things you said when you got started was that the mindset work that we've done right from the get-go was like one of your favorite things about the program. Tell me a little bit more about that, like how that's changed the way we're like that you saw everything else.
So yes, that was like, I think the biggest part of my work was the mindset. And it's all about that. For me, it was all about that. So I kept writing those things and just fill out this very long form, I remember. And I keep this actually in my drawer. I keep this with me. And this is something that I really like needed to not only review, but read it again and again. Like during the whole process, it was a very good support to me.
Awesome.
It reminded me why I took this decision and why I want to go and reach my goal.
Exactly. Long story short, for whoever's watching. So before we even start talking about diets or exercise or everything else, we do a little bit of mindset work, which is basically responding to questions to make the reason why you're doing all of this to be very strong. Because everyone's going to have tough weeks and rough patches and weeks where you're more stressed at work, or you kind of have like a fight at home or something, and you just want to skip things and not do it. And so it's very important whenever that happens that you have like a support for yourself to constantly remind yourself why you're doing this. And that's kind of the mindset work that Gini is referring to. Let's talk about your results, Gini. All the other results, I really want to emphasize here that, sometimes results are not just a number on the scale. There's a lot of things. That's why we have various different things of measuring progress. Tell me about your results, Gini.
So I had this blue jean, my favorite blue jean, that we decided to have as an additional measurement. So I kept trying this on, and it was just so nice to be able again to fit in. And this is one of the goals that I reached for me. Like personally, I could fit in again in those blue jeans.
What else?
Yeah, of course, the loss of weight that I kept like seeing on my agenda and in the app. I just saw that it dropped, and then that was just very great. How to say, like, it was very great to see, and of course the progress photos that I kept doing. So this was again another like goal that I just kind of like checked the box, and it very like motivated me to keep going on.
Yeah, and we definitely see a lot of inches lost in the waist and in the hips. We saw lots of progress in that sense as well. How about like other results that weren't like physical? Like your one of the things that you mentioned was your energy.
True. So exactly, that was a main point. When I had my lunch, and I had my power lunch after the fasting time, then I was just feeling so great and full of energy, and that was very different from before. So normally I just felt like very tired, and I didn't have a lot of concentration. I couldn't focus on my work. Then after those power lunches was like very clear in my head, and I could focus on so many things, and that was very great feeling.
You found out that you were pregnant, I think kind of halfway or a little bit over halfway through the program. Like, how did that feel like, and how was that like in terms of challenges? How did you face like the challenge of being in the program and also being pregnant? Because obviously we didn't see a linear progress on the scale after that, right?
So I actually, I was pretty soon then pregnant, and I didn't know. I really like knew later, and I had like 1 week before I knew, I had a very big crisis at home. I was just crying, and I'm like, why this is not working for me, and I have so much trouble just doing my fasting, and because I want to keep going on, but it wasn't working. Something was just stopping that, and then I found out that I'm pregnant. So then it makes eventually sense, and it's just a big change for myself. And of course, after that, it was very hard to just keep going on with all this commitment and the rules. I must be honest, this was a very big challenge for me.
Yeah, of course. Do you think, I don't think I've asked you this, do you think the fact that you started like working on your health and started in the program had anything to do with the fact that you're getting pregnant? Or actually, what I want to ask is, do you think that helped?
Yes, so maybe you remember our first, like the first meeting we had, and like, yeah, we are trying to have a baby, I want to be pregnant, so maybe during the process this will happen, but I like never figured out that this will actually happen this fast. And you told me that don't worry, this program will help you, you will be more like open to, I don't know what exactly you said, but I remember that you said that this will actually help me to get pregnant. And so I think the healthier you are, and the easier it can become to have a baby. Yes.
So ladies watching this, do you want to get pregnant? Talk to Leo. I'm just kidding. That's not my area. What would you say, like, besides of the pregnancy, was there like any big challenge that you have during the program, or was everything was quite easy, excluding the pregnancy part of it?
I think one of the things that you should keep in mind is that at the beginning, even if you're very curious about what is happening to you and how the process will go on, be sure that Leo is always on your side. You're always on my side. You were, and so I just can give this as a good advice. Just be patient. It will happen. Just take the time, because I was very curious and I was just like, fast and I want to know what's next. And I even asked my friend Nicole, like, what's the next step? And she wouldn't tell me. And I'm like, why don't you tell me? Yeah, everything comes with time. So be patient.
Yeah, we take it step by step, each chapter at a time, not to overwhelm people, because one of the things that happen is when people try and do something, they start by doing a lot of things. So they try, all right, I'm going to do the diet and the exercise 5 times a week, and then do this and implement that and do all at once. And what tends to happen is that people tend to get overwhelmed with too much information and things going on. And because they're not used to any of that, they will feel, discouraged and often quit. So that's what usually happens when you see, everyone starting to hit the gym in January and trying diets and everything. It's what usually happens. Gini, what would be your advice for people that are watching this that might be in a similar position as you were before you started the program?
Take your courage and do something. It will really help you. Be patient. That's the second advice. I already gave it to you, but be patient. Actually, it all comes with the time, and don't rush it, because if you rush it, it will not happen. Maybe it happens, but not successfully, and you will drop back to your old habitudes. So just be patient and take it one by one.
Absolutely. Gini, thank you so much for this. Thank you so much for joining me today. And for everyone that's watching, if you have any questions for Gini, feel free to drop them in the comments below, and Gini will be very rapid to go and respond. But yeah, Gini's not a paid actor. Thank you very much, Gini. Let's keep in touch. Keep me posted on your baby and your situation. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All right, take care now.